Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Saturday night stream for the Pink Pandas. Hope you're all doing well on this wonderful Saturday evening. What's been happening, Min? How are you, mate? What's going on? That was a difficult one. That definitely was a difficult one to deal with. Oh. What's been happening, mate? How's work and everything been going? Footy scores. What happened? I think Port are running away with their one, aren't they? They're taking care of business against the Suns. What's happening in the other one? Wrapped up the 16 carnivals. Gee, Jesus. Hectic time. Are you glad it's over with? Are you, Carlton? How are you, mate? What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Still got 18s to go. When does that kick off? When does the 18s kick off? Hey, Zach, welcome. First time. Welcome. How's it going? That's a killer. 18s to go. What would you prefer, though? If you had to pick one, Min, 16s or 18s, which one is better? Eighteens? Okay. Why is that? Just because they're at a better level? Ah, Zach Johnson, what's going on? How are you going, mate? You going well? Oh, I'm trying to type. Trying to set up going live on TikTok at the same time. I don't know if this game handled it well last time, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Still, 18s easily. Bit of a footy will work. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, the 18s becomes a bit more meaningful, doesn't it? With it's their draft year and things like that. So, how do we get hold of pick 7? Is the big $1 million question. Just came back from holidays? No, good. No worries, Des. Please don't have to be sorry. Where did you go again for holiday? Whereabouts did you head off to? Definitely no need to apologise for going on holiday. My goodness, very jealous. In fact, if you've gone on holidays, it sounds like a very good idea. Oh, I appreciate that, Zach. No, there's plenty of other good ones out there. Plenty of other good ones, including the one we had on the other night up the pair. Forrest, how are you, mate? What's going on? What's that? 12 or 13 in a row for you, Forrest. Welcome on TikTok, by the way. Free FN, welcome on TikTok. Yeah, the power. Jesus Christ, they're just getting it done. And I know FBI, open up! FBI, open up. Oh, went to Italy. How was the pizza and pasta there, Das Blues? That's where it's at. G'day, Josh. How are you, mate? What's going on? Yeah, the pairs are going very well. Obviously, we had Sharpie on the show the other week, and he's a Crows man, so I was kind of hurt him a bit. I think that the pair are doing so well, but not only are they winning their games at home now, they're also winning their games away. So it's they're starting to tick a lot of boxes. So just for full transparency, we are streaming on TikTok and Twitch tonight, so hopefully the quality comes through okay. Hopefully it's coming through okay. I'm trying to trade for... Okay. So it's because they've got academy players in that we're in a position to maybe have a crack at this, is what is the vibe. Best pizza of your life. What type of pizza? 13 in a row. you got. It's probably actually in your interest to drop one, actually, isn't it, Forrest? Like you don't want to. You don't want to keep going all guns blazing. It actually probably does serve a purpose to drop a game at some stage. Oh, you got a new headset, Josh? What'd you get? Which headset? And I've hit that well short. In terms of AFL 23 news, Freo, no, I haven't heard anything more on multiple fronts. Haven't heard anything more in regards to when a patch is coming for PS and Steam, or the Xbox update. But I mean, the Xbox, what they say was meant to be sometime in August, I think it was. So one can only assume that that's going to stay as is. But yeah, haven't heard. Oh, pepperoni pizza, very good. And just inside 10 do they pile it on Dash Blues, or is it a controlled manner? Turtle Beach 600 Gen 2 wireless. I think I've got the same. Is it the one with the blue trim on it? I think we've got the same. They need to better. 100% Forest. It's much better to drop a game in the home and away, get the kick up the arse, reset a little bit, and then crack into finals. When do you play the Pies? Their best player is arguably the second best player in the draft, and they have a ruckman of a 7-15 range. Why have they got so many good bloody players in the academy? It's killing me.
The only real trouble here.
Big Ant have got the rights for the next few AFL games, Zach. So they're in it for the long haul. The only thing I'll say there is I really truly hope that they've taken some learnings from this. Especially for me, it's mainly around the communication piece. Oh, will we get the green? Damn. I think if the communication was better, I think people would be a bit more okay. Not fully, but it would have definitely lessened some of the damage. But now it's getting really tricky, isn't it? Joe Mama, very good username. I would personally hold off a couple of weeks, Joe, because there's meant to be a patch coming out very soon for. Oh, hang on. Oh, get in. Jesus. Robbed. Which should hopefully have a few more bits and pieces. Like, I personally find it to be in a playable state. But I suppose everyone has differing opinions of what equals playable. But at the moment, I'm probably more deep in our custom season with the Pink Panda team that's full of some followers, which is good. But we do that once a week, just because I try to get as many people viewing that as possible who are in the team, of course. So, but when it comes to the actual management mode, there definitely just needs to be a few more things added, like training players and developing and growing players and things like that. That would then make me sort of jump balls deep back into that.
Starting up the right side.
Yeah, I think that's where it's at. F1s.
No issues here.
Yeah, F1s are going okay, Josh. F1s are going okay. Waiting for our next race. So we'll see how we go there. Black with the blue trim. Very good, Josh. Yeah, we've got the same one. They're pretty good. Well, Carlton, that's a big call with the Saints missing the top 8. Who comes in for them? Those who lined up early. Wow. Yeah. That sucks their academy set up that well, man. Just from a purely selfish perspective. But, we'll just keep doing things the hard way. Jesus. Maybe better lose momentum 2 weeks.
A lot of movement on this puck.
Okay, 2 weeks time. Carlton next week, then the Pies. That's probably not a bad time to drop the game for us then. That's not the worst. If you win it, though, what happens there? Because I'm actually really concerned that we'll have to play you in the last round to try and win to make finals, potentially. Which will be shit. Hey, Grok, how are you, mate? What's going on? Hope you're doing well. As we've got a ridiculously long putt here. Oh, no.
Okay, I'd call that an
further game how was it day one than what it is now on PS5. What do you play in again, Zach? Because like I said, people have been experiencing different things, but I mean I'm on Steam, and I reckon the gameplay is definitely the best spot it's been. I'm seeing a lot of people complaining about handballing stuff. I don't seem to have that many issues. Like, I would say that 85% of them go where I wanted to go. There's still definitely a small percent that don't, which would be great if it was fixed. When I say don't, I mean go the complete opposite way. So you can't have that happening. Yeah, like I posted a TikTok the other day from our streamer game. But yeah, we're able to string together some pretty much a 3-man weave, which is pretty cool. So it can definitely be done, but I'm just a bit worried that maybe on PlayStation it can't be done because of where the update's at. But
That's going to be on the putting surface and a birdie.
The custom team, I can't remember. I've posted a couple of highlights, Dash Blues. If you check out YouTube and TikTok, there's some highlights. I put the last quarter up of a Fremantle game that we played the other week, or the other day, sorry. That was a really good one. So we were behind by about 14 points at 3/4 time, and we come back and won with a couple of minutes to go. Oh, what a... Oh, yeah, shit, I went the other crow there.
Just a little bit off the mark.
Missing the streaming content, man. Getting shit from me. My mates don't play it often. Wait, so your mate's giving you shit for it, Josh? Yeah, I reckon, Zach, that maybe this next patch, whenever that may be, will solve some of your issues.
That one finished off.
But it shouldn't be that bad. Like, you would like to think it'd be better.
Where he is.
Okay, well, I mean, all things considered, Grock, it's nice to hear that things are getting better. But yeah, I won't say too much more other than that. You know,
about the swampland on the left.
Yeah, you know what message to you was earlier.
The longer hitters, if you want to try and reach this par 5 and 2. So shorter hitters,
doing some work regarding Colton Tholstrup this coming week.
The narrowest part of the fairway.
Have I said that right, Min? Colton Tholstrup? I know, Big Victor. The pressure got to him, didn't it? That's okay. The shit thing is, though, for him, is being a huge talent that he is. Performances like that are going to get overanalyzed. Like, he's still a young kid. End of the day, it's still.
Well over 300 yards to the flag.
I just hope he doesn't end up being victim of, I suppose, unrealistic expectations. But, yeah, it's not good when it gets off to a bad start. Modern Warfare 2. How are you going on Modern Warfare 2? Still going well? Oh, I might hit that too hard there. Michael's listening interest in a big WA prospect, definitely high now on the list. If we trade in the first round, so you reckon, Min, that's? Do you think that that's the play we're trying to get with that pick 7 from getting it from Gold Coast, or is he worth that high, or is it? Is that a bit of a stretch?
Still, this third shot is going to have to be hit on the button.
No problems at all, Grok. Always there, mate. Always there. Oh, go. I'm too scared which way to spin it when I'm hit it that flat. You got to go forward spin. Get it close to the pin. That'll do.
And how about that for a nice approach from way out? That one finds.
Have I seen Jaden Laverde? No, I haven't.
On tap.
No, what's he got on there? What's he play? Oh. What an idiot. Alright, so we make this putt. And as per the tweet I put out the other day, that we've got coming up, well, he's agreed to come onto the show, hopefully in the next few weeks. We've got 3-time Premiership player and Norm Smith medalist Brian Lake scheduled to come on in the coming weeks, which will be awesome to talk about his footy career and his time on Survivor. So make sure you keep an eye out for that one whenever I can get a chance to have a chat with Brian. Which will be good. not every day you get access to, triple premiership players. Just really keen to hear about the timing of that move and how it all came about, and it's just freakish how that. Oh fuck, that's bunker bound, I think. Ooh. Oh no, maybe we can hold it. Very good.
Yeah, nothing.
Had my
to fault
CPR
there.
recertification
Balance,
yesterday.
follow through, and a good
Yeah,
start to this
yeah,
hole.
okay, that's fair enough. I can imagine. Could you have
Down on the
held off
course,
or
let's check in with
rescheduled it?
Nota Begay the third.
160 gets him to the hole.
Dicks!
Sitting on the right.
Well done, Hound, with the dicks. How are you, Houndy? What's going on, mate? Your AFL 23 player, Hound, kicked a couple of clutch goals the other night. I think you made the highlight reel a few times. Make sure you check that out. Been doing very good. You're so small, but you're just dynamite.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right.
Have
on
I
that
seen
one.
Copper Flag? No, Des Blues? No, haven't seen it. Oh, was that kick, was it? Did Brian Lake take that kick, Grok? About the fake injury? That's a good question. G'day, Aussie. I do like the F1 game. I'm just shit at it. So, I'm not total shit, but in comparison to my mates when we play in a private lobby or whatever, they are far greater at it than I am. So I just kind of struggle to be really competitive. Oh, that is savage.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf.
Oh, okay, you have to
Just
do it there.
Flew through the air
There and then.
beautifully. Sat down fairly quick as well. Good shot.
But yeah, so F1 game I'm enjoying. Maybe I need to try one of the other modes, like the Breakpoint. I've done a couple of the F1 World races, like just the tracks, the street circuits and things like that. But yeah, maybe I need to try some of the other storyline modes potentially and start at a slightly lower level. I think there's a little bit of an element of me expecting too much of myself without having really played the game a great deal. Build Team Hound, yeah, build the Team Houndy, get it together.
For the second shot.
Oh, so Minson took the kick. Lake was when he injured himself. Yeah, okay. Make sure you remind me, because I'll plug it again when we're doing it, and make sure you remind me. I'll definitely have to ask. Late first round, early second range. Logan Morris with the play we take. The second, if we keep it, Keith Ford. But don't you find that we tend to ignore Keith Fords in the draft min? It seems a bit odd, doesn't it? Career mode's excellent. What part of the career mode are you doing, Aussie, doing, like, as in the Breakpoint one? Oh, not about it. Not about it. Good to have the Hound in the house. How's everything going, Hound?
That is made to measure right there, right in the center of the fairway.
No need to be sorry, mate. No need to be sorry. I appreciate any support. And yeah, if anyone, can't make a stream for a few days, weeks, whatever it might be, that's all good. That's all good. You've all got actual lives you've got to crack on with and do things. So I understand all that. Okay, Breakpoint. Does it start you with like a lower level? Because when we do the races against, like in our little private lobby thing, I'm racing against AI that's at about a 74, 75. So I feel like it's quite high, and I really struggle to pass players or to pass the AI drivers. That is a terrible shot. So yeah, I think I need to lower that a bit to become more competitive. Would be stupid not to take at least one. Okay, that's good to know, Min. G'day, Josh in TikTok. How are you, mate? Any idea when Pro Team is out? I'm sick of playing FIFA Ultimate Team. How's your Ultimate Team going, firstly? Have you packed any good cards? I was always thinking that it was going to be coming out mid-July, but obviously that's not very far away, so I'm kind of thinking that's less and less likely.
Fine on the pitch shot. First, then turf.
I know that the game mode's been like pretty much ready to rock and roll for a little while now, in terms of having it put together. But they've got to get the online piece up to scratch, because the online piece is way behind offline. So I don't know anything for fact on this, but I wouldn't be shocked. Obviously we've been waiting a while for these next patches to come out. There's a few things for that. I reckon I think that maybe that one of the patches maybe didn't work as it should have, and they had to redo it, potentially,
That
number
one
one.
in
And number
is
two, I
on
wouldn't be
route to
surprised
seven.
if it was really chunky
Now
and
he's gonna
had
fall a couple of
a bit more
shots off
online
the pace.
fixes and things like that in it, because they've got to get that. They've got to get that right before they drop protein. Like, you can't drop it in its current state. It would be a disaster. But like we said, for me, it's about the communication. Just let us know what's going on, because everyone's in the wilderness, and people are, you know, people who have been very patient with the game and everything are starting to lose patience. And yeah, it's getting to a really dire point in time where they need to maybe just keep people in the loop a bit more. Oh, I shouldn't have spun that back so far.
Okay, not taking any chances.
Just for
there.
the
A good,
talents,
safe
tall
play in the
talent,
middle
in the
portion of
first one I
green.
heard, hence why we're targeting.
Now this
Okay.
for birdie.
So I
From
suppose
my
we're just
vantage
lucky that
point, I
they've
don't
got
see a whole lot of breaks. You
points,
should
maybe
have a
got
good
points
run
for
at
their
this
academy
one.
picks. Oh, you choose the difficulty Aussie? Good. What do you think is a reasonable difficulty to start F1 at? For, like, I would say I'm a complete noob, but I'm not full shit, but I'm not great either. How's your ultimate team going though, Josh? Are there any good packs out? I thought about firing that back up actually to see what was happening in that world.
Okay, that in for par.
Just for those on TikTok and Twitch,
And he'll stay
because I
right
am still
where he
tinkering
is.
with this streaming both at the same time. Please let me know what the quality's like on both fronts. It's probably the only thing I can't get a actual gauge on with my screens. Wait till I get the game. I'll be as good as I'm on. Oh, fuck yeah, you are good at Rocket League Hound. I actually thought about playing that tonight. Because I saw, I don't know if it's still there now, but I saw maybe last week or the week before something popped up on somewhere on my feeds about the DeLorean was back in the shop. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, get the DeLorean. Love Back to the Future.
Solid, a good drive.
Just
in the
finished
fairway.
watching Thor Ragnarok tonight. The boys are all in on Marvel at the moment. So our youngest very much thinks he's the Hulk, just going around fucking breaking shit. So yeah, we watched a bit of the end of Thor Ragnarok tonight, which is always good to revisit the Marvel movies. Thank you, Carlton. Appreciate it. We should do Rust again. Oh, we should.
Ready for his third shot.
That
Needs to
was,
hit this close.
honestly, that was some of the worst timing you're ever likely to see that. The fact that you came in as we were about to get shit on by quite a large clan in a server where you're not meant to have large clans was extraordinary. Keep moving the hammers then, yeah. Oh, so that DeLorean thing's only a couple of weeks ago. Okay. Fair enough. Oh. No. So yeah, Brian Lake coming up in a few weeks. I'm still trying to confirm the Marmalade Boys to get them on. They did say they were keen to, but they've obviously got quite a bit on with what they're doing, so we'll try and get them on too. And if you haven't yet already, make sure you do go back and rewatch the chat with Sharpie from the other day. Little highlights and bits and pieces we've put up. Very, very good chat. He's a superstar. I found a 5 times quad server. Okay. Does 5 times feel too fast though, in terms of like getting all your resources together?
Anything long or left has a chance to be wet.
Is it like everything? 'Cause I know some servers do 5 times gathering, but not smelting things down. Ooh, spin. What tipping number? I would choose between 30 or 40, work your way up. 55. Okay. That's interesting.
And that one not on the green,
I'll have to
but
try
not
that,
a
because what I
tough
find
spot
difficult,
either.
there's a lot of things I
In
find
short
difficult,
grass.
Aussie, with it. So the first one is how, like, the judgment of braking differs greatly when you've got actual cars in front of you heading into corners, so I struggle with that. And then just being able to get fast, probably the right process in passing cars too, and not being so reckless. The Sniffer, that's a good username on TikTok. What's the chances of getting a refund for AFL, mate? It's not the product we purchased. I suppose it's up to the stores, isn't it? It's a store. It's a store thing. I get what you mean. What's on the back of the box
So that in for
hasn't come
Clark
through
to
so
start
far.
this
And it's
backside. And he'll remain right where he is.
I think for the follow, Anthony, much appreciated. It's for me, it's dragging on a bit. Like I'm okay giving people benefit of the doubt.
443 yards.
The Wetlands Golf
But
Course is a really good
it's
driving
not keeping
course.
us in the
It's
loop
another
of what's happening with the
example
patches
where
and what's coming from
fairway's
management
just
mode and
wide
shit
enough
like
for a
that. That's
water
what's
good tee
doing
shot,
my head in a
and
little
those two
bit.
bunkers don't really come into play.
And that's why
But
things like that
Wetlands becomes
really
very difficult
justify
when
what
you
you've just
start
said.
to
So
stray a little bit off the fairway. Then you start to
there's
see why those
definitely,
bunkers are put
I think there's definitely grounds for asking for that if that's what you want to do, for sure. Where did you get it from? Did you get it from store? Were you online or Steam? What did you do?
That, a good-looking shot there. Well placed in the fairway.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, just like I said before, I'm at the stage now
Second shot
where
straight ahead, and we
the only real
go to
the only
Iona
real
Steve.
game mode
We've got 132 left to the
for
flag
me
today.
that's kind of
Him
worthwhile
front left, so he can take dead
is the custom season mode with the Pink Panda team. That's kind of my, driving factor at the moment. And you look at you look at Sharpie, for example, who's playing it as well. That's pretty much what he's playing too. So, and that's simply because when it comes to management mode, there's not really enough depth in there still. Good shot. So I know the trading the free agents is back, but what was talked about was about being able to develop and grow players and things like that. And I think that's what we need desperately to kind of make people want to go back to that mode. And then I still would love to see, I know there's a lot more other stuff they've got to get right first, but you look at the new information that dropped for 2K24 today, NBA,
And
and they've got Mamba moments where you can, they do moments of Kobe Bryant all the way through his career that you can recreate. Something like that would be awesome too.
We get to a par 5, the 12th is
Okay, you're on
576
PlayStation?
yards.
A nice blend of holes there that you've just referenced.
Yeah, so it's hard, Chet, because you're probably a bit behind again on the PlayStation front, which doesn't make it any better, does it? So it's been, what, 3 weeks since the patch?
6 iron into a green that's sort of fairly uniform in
Yeah,
shape.
Paul,
and,
look, like I've said, when I played, I still have fun. I acknowledge, Anthony, I acknowledge that Steam is definitely ahead of PlayStation in terms of the... I don't think it's by much now, though, but in terms of the gameplay side of things. But, yeah, when I play, and I think a little bit of it is because we're playing with a custom team that's full of followers. It makes it obviously a lot more enjoyable with people in chat and the banter and
this
stuff
is an
like that. So
absolute stripe show. 8 of 8, that's as good as
It's-
it comes.
yeah.
That's Hogan of today.
And like online, I haven't been able to get into any online games for a little bit as well. So I've had trouble there. So that's where they need the crossplay to come in too. So yeah, a few bits and pieces they've got to add in. Like I said though, if they just come out and said where things are at, I think that would temper a lot of the issues. Thank you for the follow on Twitch, William. I'm getting the $239 one. I'm serious. If Sharpie was in the pool, I'd dip my toe in. It just takes a bit of practice. I suck at this little F1 game in general. Yeah, extreme. I think, based on sort of when I see my mates drive, I feel like that I'm either braking way too early or I'm braking far too much into corners that I maybe need to be rolling out of there a lot quicker to maintain speed. And so two of them are on steering wheel and 2 are on control. So I'll only ever compare myself from a learning perspective to the control players, because obviously the steering wheel ones, are a level above and get all kinds of different stuff, like different advantages, I guess, than what control get. Good putt.
Nicely done. 2 straight.
What one are you getting?
birdies
What are you
on
buying
his
here?
backside. He moves to 15 under.
From William Regal, Switch, how do you find this game? I haven't played golf since PS2. Well, ironically, William, I was kind of similar to yourself. So prior to this game, the last golf game I had played was Tiger Woods Golf, which was an absolute belter of a game. Tiger Vision, all that kind of shit. It was unbelievable. Yeah, I don't mind this. So I don't play it all day, every day kind of thing. I did until other games come out, but I really do enjoy this career mode. I find that the
Nothing
development
fault
and the
there,
progression
safety in the
features
fairway.
with the badges you unlock and the point attributes and things like that, I reckon it's a really cool system. Graphic-wise, it looks fine. A few people who have come in before have said that it looks
136 is the number.
as good
Pin in the middle,
as the
so it's a
2K
green
version.
light.
Some aspects are better. I think the likeliness for the courses is a lot better in this, apparently, for what people have said, than 2K. Yeah, it plays alright. The only thing that I was disappointed with, and I haven't, to be fair, I haven't gone back and checked since, but there wasn't really any big amount of depth in their
I often
online
say it's
game
the
modes.
toughest
Like, you
spot in
could pretty
golf,
much
there's
just
not a
play...
lot to
You
it.
could play
I
against
think
8
you
or
can
10
take that
people,
in.
but you couldn't do, like, alternate shot, best ball, nothing like that, which I thought was a bit shit. I think having variation in those modes is important.
Not fair at
So-
all. What a putt from that
And I don't know if
distance.
this has come down in price at all
Everything
either.
but
Oh, you're
the
going to get the
hole.
top version, Hound, of 2K. You're going to get the one with
Okay,
It's
safely in
the
for par
season
here at
pass.
13, and he'll stay at 15 under.
online chair. Yeah, I flagged that as well a while ago. Like having not being able to have people play 4 players remotely was a bit weird and annoying. Like, because not very often these days are people going to their mate's house to then play against 2 other mates at someone else's house, are they? Like, it just doesn't really happen. So I definitely agree that it needs to get to a point where you can play online remotely 2v2 with your mates in your own house.
And
But
that one not
for a
on
long
the
time
green,
now,
but
as you
not
obviously
in a
would know,
terrible
that
spot
the
either.
online
Sitting up
gameplay
in the
was
short grass.
not in a good state and was reasonably buggy. So they've got to get that fixed first. Roll in. No. So the 239 NBA edition, which is the 25th, because I play Neighborhood and Rec.
8-foot
Okay.
putt here.
Yeah, I was pretty keen for all the 2K24 stuff that come out today. I'll probably... Oh, jeez, it's hard to tell. Like, the price of the game's so expensive, though, isn't it? Oh, my God, that's a shit
We've
miss.
seen folks hang that putt
Like,
out to the right. It
My head
does
says
not
get the
move as
basic
much as
Kobe
you
version,
think,
which
and it
EB or
goes on
JB
by.
will probably sell for $89. But then you don't get all the extra stuff with it. And, like, I know that if I buy it,
It's a bogey here at
I want to
14.
wait and see what the other modes
He's gonna
are
fall
first, to
out
be
of the
fair.
lead. Wind
But
up
we'll
the
just
shot
all
back.
jump into the Park and Pro-Am and Rec straight away. And you're going to come up against all these people who are going to just be dropping 110k worth of VC in from the get-go and already be behind. And having with the third kid on the way as well, I know I'm sound like I'm trying to justify this. But it's going to be more increasingly difficult to find the time to set aside to sink a lot of time into it to grow the player, if that makes sense, to make up the difference. So that's what I'm wrestling with at the moment. You play at 4K, 144 hertz. Oh, you'd be shooting it in, William. Shooting it in. What games do you play currently then? If you don't, like, what are you currently playing? Did you get on PC? Yeah, and it sucks as well that it's not cross-play for PC. So it'll just be cross-play for PlayStation and Xbox. I'm pretty sure I'll be getting 2K24 on PlayStation. I reckon will be what I'm getting.
Shot here to the par 5, Frank got everything out of that.
But yeah, I'm torn on the version. I feel like I'll probably end up getting the Black Mamba version, just because of all the extra bits and pieces, and because we play like a lot of my team as well. I suppose you get a few perks there with extra packs and points and shit like that. But we're kind of really looking out to be for there to be I would love for it to have a new game mode where you can play like an NBA season, but you're playing against AI, but you can play with your mates in a team. So it's online, but you're playing offline, if that makes any sense. That would be awesome. I still can't believe a sports game hasn't done it yet. Like, I know you can do... good part. I know you can do like Ultimate Team, you can play with 2 people and things like that. But
Here at
it would be
15.
awesome if you could play,
Will certainly help
pick a
the
team or
cause.
create a team, whatever you want to do, and play an entire management
Making our
season
move to the home
against
stretch,
AI and whatever
16
difficulty,
to
but your
par
mates
four.
can all
The
play.
game
So you can have, 5 players on the
455
basketball court or
Chance
11
to
for the soccer
actually get a
field,
good
whatever it
run for
might
the
be.
clubhouse because,
It doesn't have to be for rewards, doesn't have to be for
Holes are
points, doesn't have to be for
fairly short
anything, so
coming
they
in, so good
won't lose out on
drive here. Find the
anything.
putting service.
But it just would
Really
add
start the
another
roll right
another
here.
layer to playing with your mates, I reckon, without having to be in an ultra competitive environment, which would be cool. But no one's done it yet, which is bloody annoying. Appreciate the love on TikTok as well, guys.
That will do just fine.
Obviously the first 2. Oh, what's this caddy player like, Rock and Min? Any good?
From the fairway, Iona, this is second.
So my other issue with
Right around
NBA
117 yards to the
and if
front of the green.
anyone else there
133
else out
the
there's
number,
played NBA
all the way
2K
to
over the
the
years,
flag
let me
stick,
know
pin
if you've experienced
front
this as
left so
well.
he can take dead aim.
But I'm almost certain that in the first 2 weeks, let's say, the first 2 weeks that the game drops, that the servers, in particular the Australian servers, are
Good shot.
switched on, they're
Safely
shit on,
the green for
everything's
birdie
running
chance.
really, really well,
This one measures
and it's
out to
super
15
responsive and
feet.
as it should be. Then by about the 3rd week, once you've dropped all your VC and you've done this and done that, built your player up, feels like that once you get to about week 3, the Australian servers kind of seem to disappear or fall off the face of the earth, and you can't hit shots to save yourself. And that's why we struggle to play for long
Sweet
periods of time in
spot
Pro-Am
on.
and
Good
Rec
putt, but
and
nothing to show
the
for it.
park, because if one of us is a shooter, we've almost got no chance of hitting your shots because of the
Okay,
delay
that'll
that
be a
ends up
par here
happening.
at
So we all end up
16.
going big dudes and we get
And
shit
he'll
on.
remain one shot back.
Okay, Paul on TikTok, are you going to join the new thread? I'm thinking about it. Have you joined it? Is it any good?
Here we go at the 17th.
I'm guessing
a
it's,
par three, and it takes one good strike. That's what
The
you like
a rival
about
to
par
Twitter,
threes
I
of this length,
suppose.
Frank.
Are many people on there? What's the
238
go with
yards.
it?
Can't fake it here.
You certainly can't, and that green
Is
just
it worth
shapes,
doing?
A little bit to the player's right.
I mean,
so
for the
best
sake
shot
of
to
being
hit in here would be a
on
little
other
draw.
socials, I probably
And that is also the avenue
should get
provided by
around it
those
in
two
some
bunkers.
capacity, I
One
guess.
short left and the other one back right.
It's just it just gets tricky to remember to post on all these different platforms.
Okay,
don't wanna
fortunate
miss
there.
something.
That ball hops onto the green, and he'll be left with that for his birdie.
Cheeseburger. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, if anyone else is on threads, let us know what it's like. I think I need to do one of those link tree things. So I can get like all my social stuff. That is a shit putt.
Yeah, not quite enough pace, but that's pretty good.
Might stream. Yeah, fire it up, Hound. Fire it up. Caddy. Oh, it's Josh's nephew. Will be a gun. What position, Grok? Is he an angry head like Josh was?
No problems there. That's par.
Thread is
At
linked towards
17.
Instagram, but runs.
He'll
Okay.
stay right where he is.
I think I read somewhere, Min, that when you set up
Final
Thread,
hole here at the
that
Wetlands
it
Golf
can actually
Protection
pull all
Club.
your details
Par
from
four. It's not a
Instagram
long one, 377 yards. There must be some trouble
and
out
kind
there
of
somewhere.
drag
Not
everything
really if
across,
you
like your
keep your
profile
wits about
picture, your
you, just
details,
position the
everything.
tee shot.
So
You don't
it's
have
kind
to
of
hit
a little
driver
bit
down
less
here.
work
Even a
involved there from the
three-wood's
initial
only gonna
setup.
leave a
Is that
short
right?
iron. If you hit your 3-wood, 250, 260 yards. Do
Appreciate
the
the
maths,
like.
it's only 120
Mitch,
yards
this
left.
Ken.
With that,
How are you,
scoring
mate?
club, try and get that inside 10, 15 feet. Finish with a birdie.
But if you stray,
Oh, I've smoked this one. Here we go. That's good. Which PGA Tour Cheeseburger? I'm not sure if you're trolling me or not, but I'll ask. I'll give you a chance.
ooh, some big drives today. That might be the biggest of the bunch.
Is that Cheese Mitch?
Just under 80 yards to go now as he'll decide how to flight his second.
You don't reckon the Eagles trade pick one, Grok? I reckon they almost have to. I mean, they don't actually have to, but I just can't see. I think they can get better value if they trade pick one and a few players and try and bundle some shit together. That is a horrible shot. Horrible shot. Just going TikTok, so you're alive. I appreciate you jumping in, Mitch. What's been happening, mate? What's been going on in your world? Any more videos coming out from you soon? You're doing well there, man. You're doing well. I think I saw one recently. You're already up to about 300 or 400 views. Might have grown since I checked. What a shot.
Doesn't hurt to leave it short when you
Chip
do
in.
that. Well done. That is a birdie from off the
How
green.
good was that? Birdie off
So
the
for the
green.
golfer we've been watching, it will all be on the line tomorrow. It is a tie atop the leaderboard.
We're jumping on Twitch, no worries.
54 holes, Frank.
And with 18 holes to go,
Bit of love in
it's
the
really
chat
hard
for
to
that
pick
chip
the
in.
player that's gonna stand
Quality
out.
shot
It-
there.
It could very well come down to one
Florida
loose
classic.
shot or perhaps something great.
Do you play a bit of
So
golf there,
that's it for us.
Cheeseburger?
For Frank,
Give us the
Noda,
pick one for
Iona,
Ben McKay. Do you want to
and
get rid of
our entire
McKay?
crew.
Hound. We
Rich
only got the
Fuller
two
saying,
top 10 picks. Is
"Thanks for joining
GWS.
us. We'll see.
It's going to be an interesting trade period, isn't it? For a lot of clubs, not just us. Oh, we're nearly up to halfway through level 37. Could do better. Looking at posting once a week at least, Sunday nights, and we'll try and end some more videos, have more recording time. Yeah, nice, nice. So you're just going through all the different Pokemon, I suppose, and just doing recordings
EA
of that.
Sports
So there's plenty of
and the PGA Tour
plenty of content
so
then
proud to present
in terms of
the
options and things to
season-long
do.
race
So that's
for
good.
The FedEx Cup. This afternoon, we're in the
It was only the
Sunshine
other day that I
State
was
for
scratching my head
live
trying to work out
final
what
round
else
coverage of the
can I
Florida
do
Classic.
content-wise in like the
We have
short form
already
space for
seen
YouTube.
three scintillating,
I even
sometimes
messaged Grok,
spectacular
trying to pick
rounds of
Grok's
golf.
brain as well. So if anyone's
By the
got any
time
ideas of things
twilight
they'd
comes
like to
calling
see
later
short form
today,
or long form
we will
on
have a champion
YouTube,
as
TikTok,
we check
etc.,
the
feel
Sunday
free to
leaderboard.
let me know.
We've got a tie at the
Happy to
very
try
top at
anything and
16
everything.
under par. So, Frank, another
Good
Sunday
job
is
there.
upon us, and stop me if you've heard this before.
Stuck
but
with
our featured
Encore.
golfer in position to win yet again
It's all
on
about the
PGA
Cheezel though,
Tour
Hound.
as a
Big
rookie.
Cheezel,
You
he's a
have to
freak.
think by now, this is someone who appears to be unfazed by just about anything put in their way.
And also, Rich, getting in the other players' heads because
Do you reckon
Sunday is meant to
Clarko's
be
coming
that
back,
pressure cooker day
Hound?
where people fail often at the post.
And if he does, do you
So
think
if
it's
you've
going to
managed
be
conquer that at least
like
twice
back to
in your
full-time
rookie season,
capacity? Will he see it
players
all
are
out,
starting
or do you
to
reckon
think,
there's going to
well,
be a
hang
bit
on
of a handover of some
They've
kind?
figured out how to play this golf when the pressure's at the very most. So I actually give them the advantage.
Caddy strong marking forward. Well, what kind of pick would you think for Caddy then, Grok? How high do you reckon? Just trying different things. It's all going to be a TikTok. I think you should do sports games, posting news. Yeah, yeah. You getting? You'll be getting 2K, won't you? Cheese for sure. Get our generic builds on. Branching out to all gaming news. Yeah, it's true. True cheese grater. Yeah. No, I tried a little bit of that with X Defiance, and there was something else that came out. So I'll definitely do a bit more of that. And I think I might try and do a little bit more sort of IRL stuff as well, whether it's like vlogs going to the footy or random shit like that too.
Lovely
To try and put
shot.
myself outside the
Just
comfort
nipped
zone a
that
little
ball
bit.
off the turf.
It's like I was saying to
Flew
Sharpie
through
in that
here
chat, that
beautifully.
doing this, like
Sat down
talking
fairly quick as well.
while
Good shot.
gaming, I find is okay. I feel comfortable enough doing it, but going out in public and doing stuff
Okay,
like that and
that's in
recording
for
and
par here at the first.
definitely outside the comfort zone. But I think it's something that I need to push myself to try and do just to see how it goes. Whatever can wants to do. Well, I think I'll be getting 2K on PS5.
It certainly
We were
is.
just saying before, I'm not sure what version though. I reckon I'm going to end up on the middle one, the Mamba version. Have you had a look at the prices, Mitch?
So stay with a positive attitude on that tee.
Harley Reid
and you'll
does.
find that green
Oh.
is plenty big
Harley
enough.
Reid, I'm looking forward to watching him in. Even though it's not going to be for us, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, Pro-Am's where it's at, isn't it? With 2K. It's always been the server issue though, hasn't it, Mitch? It's an absolute killer. But if they get that right, oh, I need to spin backwards here. Yeah, they can get that right, we'll be
Solid
laughing.
shot, and sometimes solid throughout the round.
Is
will
that a
win the
brother
day.
of Xavier Dersma Min?
15 feet away.
Saw the prices. That's true. I haven't actually thought about that, actually, Mitch, to weigh up what it's like to buy the cheaper version, but then topping up with VC compared to buying the expensive version with the VC. I definitely don't need. I definitely don't need the 25th year edition with the NBA pass because I just simply won't use it. So that would be a bit of a waste. But at least with the Mamba one, you get the My Team shit as well.
Driving hole here on the first par 4 of the round.
Like I was saying, Mitch, the servers feel good for the first couple of weeks, don't they? And then it just turns to shit. And then none of us, when I say none of us, I mean Australians and New Zealanders, none of us can go shooters because we can't hit shots. We just get dicked on. Younger brother who's... Oh, well, so they got another one, another Dersman coming through as well. Who won the Vic Country MVP.
That's been a key, and a few more of those as this round goes along.
Have to keep an eye on that. Lucky there's no brother rule.
Hold on and win this tournament.
Thank you, Grok. Hound. I don't know if you saw, Hound, I tried some of the Bean Boozleds the other week. That smelly sock one, my goodness. Absolutely disgusting. Oh, roll that too far.
Well, I don't have my tape measure out, but that looks like, 6-7 feet in there, but that is an excellent approach shot.
Not a bad approach shot. 17 under, though, for the tournament's pretty good. I'll say that.
Nicely done. Things looking good early. That's birdies at 2 and 3. And he's got it to minus 18.
What's everyone thinking about the Gold Coast and Stuart Dew? Is he gonna last? I keep hearing a lot of whispers and speculation that they're gonna try and bump him out to get Dimmer in, essentially. This might be a really naive take, but I kind of don't think that Dimmer would try and backstab or knife Stewie Dew. Oh, scared the shit out of me. Thank you, Carlton. Because of their, I suppose, relationship at the Hawks and whatnot. But then, I suppose if it's his manager that's doing all the wheeling and dealing, he might have a different view. Well, Dew will stay. They'll win a couple more. I don't think they're playing that badly, Paul. I tend to agree. Where I think the rumors and that kind of start is, I suppose, if you're the head of a footy club and you know that Damien Hardwick's on the table, for all intents and purposes, he's probably going to be a better coach than Stuart Dew, maybe. I mean, Dew hasn't seen in his career, so it's hard to say, I suppose. But if you're wanting instant change and maybe success or trajectory in the right way, that's what maybe would be playing on their mind a little bit. But yeah, it's just one of those ones where it keeps being noise. I really hope Stewie Dew stays at the Suns, to be honest. We do. Panic situation when you get arguably. Yeah, that's right, man. That's right. There was another club who did that recently too. I can't remember who it was, but they botched. It might have even been Essendon. There was another team who there was a highly sought after coach that was available that they thought they were going to get and then didn't land him. And then just went pear-shaped for them.
3 bills away as he puts forth his second to the par 5.
Oy. It is very much, yeah, I agree. I think it's a bit of a knee-jerk reaction. Out of the bunker. Oh, thank God for that.
I guess you could say slow and steady is going to win this race, or so he hopes. Long ways to go.
I'd also add the word short, Rich. Slow,
Cheeseburger.
short.
If I'm hazarding a guess, I'm not sure you'll be able to type much more after the next 20 to 30 seconds. So make the most of it while you can. Hold up. Hey, Kano, how are you, mate? What's going on, buddy?
Well, that's how you play the game right there. knock it on the green and give yourself a
Thoughts on
good
West
look at
Coast? They
birdie.
seem to be similar to what Melbourne were for a number of years.
18-footer.
Paul on TikTok. The interesting thing with West Coast, like we were talking about this the other night, like will they apply for a priority pick and things like that? And I suppose they will apply and ask the question. But
That one just
the
gonna
reality
slip
of it
on by.
is, they won a grand final in 2018. So that's what, like 5 years ago. And I know there's probably other precedents. I think Grock, you point out a few where
That
the
one
precedent
finished
kind of
off
allowed
the
for that to happen,
par
but
five, and
it's
lead will remain
they've just
one.
fallen off the face of the earth. Like, I feel so bad for Adam Simpson, honestly, and I won't be at all shocked if he walks away for a little bit after this year. And I know there's someone mentioned the other night. There's probably an element that he doesn't want to abandon his players, and I respect that. But I think for his own sanity, he has to just take a bit of a breather, because what they're going through is insane. Having said that, being a Richmond supporter, genuinely worried about the game against them. It's completely in our nature to drop a game like this.
And no issues
Okay,
there.
no
Good
need to
tee shot
apologise. What are you
and the
apologising
short
for?
grab.
What carry on? What are you talking about? He didn't do anything. All good.
So Iona, this his second from the fairway.
What do you think of West Coast, though, Paul?
Yeah, he's
When does
left
AFL
himself
23 Ultimate Team come out?
148
Aiden in TikTok.
yards to
Welcome,
the
Aiden.
flag. 10 smack
Well,
bang
for a long
in the
time now,
middle.
I've thought mid-July, but it's getting obviously very close to mid-July, and we've not seen anything yet, so I'm feeling like my guess is wrong. The only thing I do know is that whenever it is happening, that's a terrible shot, that's way short, I believe it will have its own PR and video piece and things like that. I'm guessing that's going to be AFL driven, I assume.
10%. That's right, 10%.
I don't know for certain, but yeah, I think there's going to be a bit made about it. So I would love to see it mid-July, but I feel like that's going to not happen now. I think that would have had to have done something by now.
Oh, this one is tracked.
Oh,
It's on a good
don't
line.
tell me.
No doubt.
Don't tell me.
This
What
one
a
could be
putt.
really
Woo.
good. Oh,
That
wow,
is a
that
great
certain
shot
kind of putt.
to hit
Perfect
20
speed,
under.
Perfect line. It's in for a birdie. He gets it to 20.
What about
under
that? Get
par.
around that one.
Here at the par 5 7th at the Wetlands Golf.
Very
and
keen for
Country
Cricket
Club,
Hound.
592 yards.
October, so at least, well, I'll be a few months into baby number 3, so hopefully I've got some time on my hands to be able to play. But yeah, hopefully that comes out when it should. Yeah, end of first. Okay, Grok, I think that's a fair compromise. End of first could be acceptable. I think giving him, pick 1 and 2 would be a bit of a slap in the face. But yeah, end of the first, I think that's a fair enough call. Robbo on the TikTok. Welcome, mate. How's it going?
Another great drive.
PS5 update, no.
Another birdie.
No, still,
Gonna take a
I
big
scoured
poke to
Twitter,
get there,
Big
but a
Footy,
chance for
and
his
the
second
Big Ants
to the par
forum
5.
not long before starting, and I saw no real updates. So I don't really have anything for you on that one, unfortunately. And the last thing I had read or had seen was that it's obviously taking a lot longer than they would have liked or expected, but
Okay, I'll be pretty happy with
I
that
know.
one.
I'm kind of interpreting it that something may have gone wrong with one of the patches and they've got to redo it potentially.
Because that's not a guarantee.
And if that's happened, that's
From that
okay, but
distance.
just
Exactly, Rich. No time to
Tell
celebrate
us.
right now. Grind
90-foot
on that
putt
first
here,
putt.
folks.
Get it inside that magic circle.
90-foot putt.
At least try and guarantee a birdie.
The Eagle. Bit of hush. 90-footer. Can he drain it? Oh, shit. No.
Oh, I can't tell
Bloody
you
close.
how good that is to get it to stop where it did from that far away.
What have you been doing, Kano?
That is a super
Wait, 60? I
putt.
thought it was 90. I swear to God, they said it was at 90-something else, Grok. Maybe I'm seeing things.
Yeah, well
A
done.
bit of a father-son.
Back
Charlie
birdies here
Nash,
on this
05
front
born.
side.
Yeah, nice.
And he moves to 21 under par.
Is he any good? Clear standout, but do you reckon he's better than Paddy
On to
Nash?
the 8th. It's a par 3, 200.
I was aiming on it.
What's going
Right.
on
I
here,
got
Frank?
excited, Grok. Got
Interesting
excited.
par 3, really. It looks anything other
And
than
Robert,
a
to answer the
straightaway
second
hole.
part of your
That
question, mate,
bunker
I think
short of the
that,
screen gives you like an optical
well, like I
illusion.
said, I said
think it's
moments
lapping
ago
up with
that
the front of the screen.
I
It's
thought
actually
Pro Team was
sort of
going to be
3 or
mid this
4
month,
yards
but
before you get to the putting
I
surface.
don't reckon that will be the
A little bit
case
of a drop off
now.
behind this green, and it narrows out.
Yeah, hopefully we
The
see it
deeper the green
soon.
gets. So
'Cause they've got, I think,
tricky little
everything
par 3.
ready to go. They've just got to pull the trigger on it. And hopefully when Pro Team rolls around,
And that one
I definitely
not on
flagged
the green,
interest
but not
to,
a terrible spot either.
see if there's
Sitting up
any
in the short
early
grass.
footage access that I can access and punch out on the socials and try and give everyone a heads up in advance. So we'll see what happens there. But that's shit. What a terrible shot.
And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap into his
Throwing the
car.
ball
You're
at
being
best
too
those
kind.
stunts.
That's not at all.
Did you
ideal.
see, did everyone see, I think it was an English rugby team.
Okay,
They
good
scored a
goal
try,
there. It is a
and they
far
took the
here
piss out of the
eight.
Australians by doing a
This is an 8-2
Bairstow
shot
bloody
lead.
celebration walking out of the crease. They're not holding on to that much, are they? My goodness.
Frank, looking at this par 5 ninth hole, it's 621 yards.
Definitely not, Robbo, definitely not.
What's the best way to go about
They're
it?
definitely not
Well, if
giving
you're
up on the
a long hitter,
game.
Then there's a chance you can reach this par 5 and 2, Rich. But really, the
I
best
think
way
what's,
to make
I
birdie
reckon
there,
that
good tee shot, and then
Nakon or
contemplate the
Nacon,
layup
whatever,
in between
however
the
you say
first
it,
two
which is
bunkers.
kind of like their
There's a
parent
nice
company,
section
essentially.
of fairway, and that's not gonna
I think
leave
a
you
lot of the
much
testing's
in
now
for that
kind of
third
falling
shot
under their
to a green
jurisdiction
that's
now,
very
which is all done
receptive.
offshore. So
So
I
really,
feel like it's a
birdie
bit
can be
more
made the
stringent
hard way. Wedge
than
or
obviously
putt.
what was happening when we were doing daily patches, trying to obviously get the game back to working order.
It all looks so
They've definitely not
simple and
forgotten about it.
going
They're
good, doesn't
definitely,
it? And that is yet
you know, and
another
I
solid
think
drive.
without knowing, I reckon that was part of
Now
the
from
reasons
better than
why
300
cricket's been pushed
yards
back
out,
as
a
far as it has,
second
because they've
to the
got
par 5.
unfinished business with the footy game to make sure that's at a proper level. So they definitely haven't forgotten about it, and there will still be. Oh fuck, that's a bad shot. Oh god. Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry.
Two solid shots, gets close to
Sorry.
this par 5 green and 2. I know the ball's in the rough, but it's not too bad. With a good short game, perhaps
But
birdie.
yeah, they haven't forgotten. I just wish they would tell us a bit more. American Nash. Do you reckon that was the same with Paddy as well, though, Grok? Like, did some good things some of the time, but I don't know, just didn't stand out. Even when he went to West Coast, he didn't sort of set the world on fire. But I think we all kind of really hoped he would deliver, though, because we haven't had many good father-sons in recent memory, have we? Our next one will probably be little Tommy Rewalt. They started a chant saying, "We hate Kerry, stand up." Oh, God. What did everyone think of that round? Oh, yes,
He'll
yeah.
tidy up there for his par, and his score will hold tight.
That
Fine.
Bairstow wicket, and I'm not saying it because I'm Australian. I'm saying it from a pure cricket standpoint. That was out every day of the week.
246 yards.
Because the
Three
throw was
bunkers
instantaneous.
between the front
Like,
of
it's
the
not like he
green
held
and
on to it like
anything
what I
long
would do
or
when
left
playing cricket.
has a chance to be wet.
And he just had a brain fade and walked out of his crease. Like, too bad. Oh, needed to hold off on that spin a bit. I could have got a bit closer
good
there.
shot right there into this
Yeah, Paddy
par
did have a
three,
good
and
kick.
chance
That's
for a
true.
birdie to start this backside.
That is true, Grant.
Now this for another birdie.
Get in. Get in.
That's the way to start.
22
the
under,
backside.
absolutely
A
slaying him here.
Perfect read. It's a birdie at number 10.
Oh, Parker
And stop the
Cochin.
presses if you've heard this before.
Yes.
He's well on his way to get another
I-
victory
yeah.
on the year.
I actually made the same mistake on the night when they were
strategy
filming
here, Frank?
them coming down the
Somehow
race and
find the
everything.
fairway, Rich. This is brutal. Miss
I
it
made the
left
same
and miss
mistake
it
Gary
right,
Lyon did, but I
it's
didn't
far
repeat
out.
myself
Fairways are wide enough,
3 or
soft
4
enough,
times after
but,
realising
good tee
the
shot's
mistake
still
that was
gonna leave you
made.
a lengthy second.
Oh, whooshka. He walked halfway down the crease. Yeah, 100%. I agree, Hound. It's on himself. And like the irony being that they tried to do the same thing a couple of days earlier, but just missed the wicket. So
Oh, that is
Get over it.
squeezing every inch of distance out of the golf swing. That was as powerful
It's,
as you're going to see. This is where
yeah, exactly. And then, you know, you fast forward a few days and Marsh walked with the one that he hit onto his pad, onto his leg that went through to go to the keeper or to slip. You know, and the umpire didn't. He was kind of thinking about it, I think, But Marsh walked himself, and he was, he was doing all right.
Ball's on the green.
What's
I know that,
everyone
but,
got
I'm
on for the
looking at flag,
weekend?
and I don't see the ball by the flag.
I think I'm getting a haircut tomorrow. So there's some groundbreaking news. Long time between drinks. Yeah, exactly, Rock. Exactly. It's like they've been trying to do shit like that. Not just them, but all countries. So it's... And the best of them was the least... The one you'd be least worried about.
That is so nicely judged from that far away. That required a lot of touch down the slope. Well done.
Yes, good par.
Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11. That cushion's going to remain 2 shots.
Appreciate everyone tuning in tonight on both Twitch and TikTok. I know it's Saturday night, but I appreciate everyone stopping in for a chat. Finally got my haircut as well, look like James Ellsworth. WWE. Speaking of wrestling, although I know we've got a few wrestling fans in chat, I've only just seen the new... I actually don't know how new he is, so I shouldn't say that, but I've started to see in my feeds a lot as a LA Knight. Jeez, he's a... sounds and acts like a hybrid of The Rock and Stone Cold, doesn't he?
Rhythm is definitely
And that could just be because he's grown up watching that era and just modelled his, I don't know, wrestling off them, and it's just kind of evolved into that. But I feel like he's going to cop some... I don't know how long he's been on the scene for, but I feel like if he hasn't already, he's going to cop some serious heat for just blatantly ripping off The Rock and Stone Cold. And I don't know if he means it or if he does it in a bad way or not, but...
Okay, that worked out well, landing just short, releases on...
LA Knight, yeah. Talented wrestler, WWE's doing fuck... Okay.
Eagle 3 here.
Yeah, at least you get a nice enjoyable...
But yeah, I saw one of
walk
his...
in the hand, so
I must have been on TikTok, I saw
certainly
one of his
works out well.
promos or whatever that he was doing. And all I could just... If you closed your eyes, all you were hearing was The Rock and Stone Cold. Like, just a blend of that. It was fascinating. And I really didn't know what to think. And yeah, I can see... Oh... that he might cop a bit of flack for it. Okay, he's 40 years old. Welcome, Nathan, on TikTok.
Chance now for another birdie.
Is he any good, though?
Okay, that'll help.
I saw another
birdie here at number
a
12.
promo of an old WWE one
This is now
with
a
Kane, The
3-shot
Rock, and
lead
Hogan.
with 6 to play.
And one of the very few times where Kane actually
Now to the par 4 13.
had a large
Frank,
speaking
what are
part.
the
He was like
options
fully
here?
mocking
Well,
The
another
Rock and
strike
Hogan
one
and everything.
required here,
It was
Rich.
very, very funny.
It's,
He didn't
450,
do
it's not
many of
overly long
those
in today's
sort of
standards,
pieces,
still,
but when he
that
did,
fairway widens
I
up
think it
where the
stuck
longer hitters
because
will actually
of
hit,
how
and,
little he did
bunkers, once
speak.
again, short of a green. So, as long as
So
you
when
can
he
fly
starts
that second
mocking The
shot
Rock,
to at
like
least the front of the
it
green,
doesn't
then
matter what you
really
think,
do
and
not
just
come
like
into play.
really ripping him. It's becomes quite funny.
This one starting a little left off the tee.
Your favourite Kane pro. Yeah.
Really starting to make a hard game.
Canaanites, yeah, that's
Drive
right.
after
And,
drive has been
and then The
superb.
Rock, and I
And
think
this
was
one,
it's
well,
JR
as we like
or
to say,
Kim,
is in the
like from the
mayor's
commentary side, are like Kane
Second shot
lights.
forthcoming
And
from the left side
it
of
almost
this
looked
fairway.
like a perfect dub over of The Rock doing it at the same time. It was very good. Yeah. Hey Sarge, how are you, mate? Yeah, that was a very funny promo. Robbo, do you know how to fix the problem PS5? You can't turn on the... you can't turn on the share button? So what happens when you press it, Robbo? Does like literally nothing happen? I'm assuming they will have been, but you've done all the updates for your controls. I'm pretty sure you have to be able to play. I don't think it lets you without it, does it?
When you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one.
Very good win,
Shot
Sarge.
you
Very
think you
good
could hit
win.
Directly at the flag.
First half
now,
wasn't
test
so
for the
good.
short
Second
game.
half was much better, wasn't it? Oh no! The Bloodline storyline's been fire, but it's nighttime. It's meh. What'd they do tonight? Oh, Sarge, mate, my tweet like when I was watching them sing the song post game, and I saw Dusty like laughing and carrying on. It went about 20 seconds past it, and I rewound it, and Lauren's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just going to take a photo." She's like, "Why?"
And the lead's going to stay
So, because I reckon this might get a bit of traction. She's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, I reckon I'll get some ground on this one." And yeah, posted the photo of Dusty saying, "Oh, I don't think he's interested, and he's wanting to leave, and this, that, and the other." And I would say that 98% of people understood the joke. But there was a small portion of Richmond people that were giving me a bit of hate on Twitter. So what the fuck are you talking about? You'd be watching the same game. He loves the club. And it just like clearly went over their head. But that's okay. I explained that it was a gag. But yeah, I knew that was going to
that one
gain some traction.
safely on the
Dusty's
putting
loving
surface.
life. Do you really think that,
We
Sarge?
turn
No
to
way.
Nota Begay the
No
third
way.
for this look at birdie.
I'll have to
He's
check my
had
tips,
great
Ham. I'm not too
conversion on
sure.
Putts like this, even when he's
Probably
not
not many.
close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
How many have you got? Shit.
Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet.
It said no Wi-Fi connection. I've turned my Wi-Fi off and on and closed my phone. It still doesn't work. So can you still play online though, Robbo? Like, is it letting you go into the PS Store and you can use online features? Is it simply just the share button? Hey, Bolts on TikTok, welcome.
It is a par here at 14. And
Good all
he's
6 so
gonna
far.
stay
Wow,
clear of the
good work,
field.
Hound. Who have the Cats got tomorrow?
Final par 5 on the backside.
Very good,
The
Sarge.
Wetlands.
Very good.
It's 590 yards.
Which is really a tempting
Yeah, it's a
yard.
cracker.
good tee
It's a
shot.
cracker, that
Perhaps
one,
they could
that,
reach in par
they
5 and
really
2,
think
but,
that
this green well
that he's
protected
gonna
by 3
leave.
bunkers, 2 on the left side and 1 short right. But
I think it's up to like
hey,
450,
fortune favours the
460
brave. At
likes
least
on,
that's what I was told.
on Twitter for me, that one. But I gained some good wheels. Oh, stay on the...
This is turning a little to his left. And all about hitting the fairway here.
Oh,
and
Northern the
that's
Cats. Yeah, I reckon the
right where
Cats
you
will get
wanted
up by about 35 to 40. They'll do what they got to do. Oh, it's not... No, that's going to be shit. It's bunker. No.
That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good
I can see everything
position
else is
here on the
working,
par
Robbo,
5.
except for that. That's weird. I don't know how you would even fix that. Do you happen to have 2 controllers, or do you just have the one? Because I'd say, like, trying on a different control would be one I'd try too. Have you Googled it at all? I know that sounds really stupid, but I sometimes have an issue with my PlayStation
Okay, not a
where
bad lead. That's a good shot.
it'll pop up on my screen
7 feet
saying
now
network
for birdie.
error disconnected, and then it reconnects, then it disconnects, then it reconnects, and it pretty much boots me out of online games. So I've had to like try and find Reddit clip like threads and Google all kinds of shit to try and
Never
find out
in
why
doubt.
it's happening.
It's a birdie here
Haven't really
at
found an
15.
answer, unfortunately, and that's what I
This is now
found
a
sometimes with the
3-shot
PS5
lead
stuff is that
with 3 to go.
not all the time is there actual
16
answers
hole
out
here
there
at the Wetlands,
for things you can try.
455-yard par 4, and you can
So the
see
things
right
I will
there
try for the
lead
control, I don't know if
himself.
you can hard reset them
You're
or
really gonna have to judge that
reboot
second
them, but that would be
shot.
the
Know your
first thing I'd
yardage.
try to do.
Also, good strikes required to safely keep the ball on the putting surface.
I've tried every day, but it doesn't work. Yeah, that's weird. The only thing you could maybe do, and it's probably going to be a pain in the ass task, is lodge it with Sony and see if they've got any feedback on what's happening. Because I've never heard of anyone else having issues with the share button there. That's really weird.
Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder how low can you go.
You'd love the Cats
And
to
the
get knocked
driver
off
has
by
been simply
the Kangas
superb.
Grok. What odds do you reckon they
Now
give for
note
that?
his second from the fairway.
He's looking at 136 yards to the front.
Oh, what's the new Fast and the
157
Furious
to the
movie
hole,
like? Any
coming
good?
off a birdie at the previous hole, looking to go back
I'm really
to back.
torn on that because it kind of almost feels like they're all the same after a while, doesn't it? The old Fast and the Furious. Ah, that's a shit shot.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that. No
8 to
doubt.
1.
This one didn't quite look right on that one.
Oh, get in. Damn. Anyone on Twitch who's using PS5, has anyone had any issues with the share button on your control using for a PS5? Robo on TikTok's having some issues, so we're just floating it out there to see if anyone's experienced anything similar at all.
Okay, that one finished off for a par. And this will stay a 4-shot advantage with time running out.
Split into two
for
parts.
rest
This is
of
the second
field.
last one. So what's that? Is that going to
Another
be
longish par 3 here at the wetlands. This one, the
13 or 14? How many
17, a bunker
Fast and
on
Furiouses
either side
will
of
that
the
make it?
green. The tee shot
Furious, is
fits
that
a
even a
golfer
word? Have I
that
made
can
that up?
shape it a bit from right to left.
Oh, is that going to go over the tree? Oh, I don't think I should have powered that. I've absolutely smoked that, and I didn't mean to. Oh, no, not the worst, not the worst. Good
Okay,
recovery.
safely aboard.
Oh, 11, okay.
Iona's down there. This for birdie.
Do the
Yeah, it's a
hydrate
long
hand.
putt, so pace is important, but there's not a whole lot to it. I fancy the chances of getting this close.
Here's one I want some thoughts on. Let me know if I should feel aggrieved by this or not. I don't think it's bothering me, but I'm undecided as well if I should be bothered by it. So I saw a post on Facebook go up.
Yeah,
From
that's
someone who was
pretty
at
good
a,
putt. Just a little bit off the mark.
A footy club function at the junior football club I used to coach at. I think I was there for maybe 10 or 12 years. Was their first ever under 16 premiership that I coached. And see, they had a do-one at the club celebrating 40 years. I never heard about it. Never got an invite.
This one,
And I was their first
close to
ever
being over, as it'll remain
ever
a
coach there to get an under 16 premiership. Knew nothing about it. Feel a bit hard done by. I would have thought I could have got a call up for that one.
Because it's only 377 yards.
You're exactly right, Rich. Just a nice drive. Doesn't even
I
have
know
to be a
that
driver. He's
guy
going to set
you
you
won
up,
with the other night.
really short iron.
Oh, did
wedge into
Sharpie
this
have that problem, Robbo?
short
Is that right?
par
I can
four.
ask him.
And, well, I always like to finish on a birdie. I know you do too.
If it was
You could really
Sharpie
walk
that
to the
you're
clubhouse there on
speaking
the left,
of
maybe a hot
that
dog or
had
a
the same
hamburger.
issue, let me know and I can shoot him a message for you.
This starting toward the right side. Yes, step one out of the way. It is in the fairway at 18. One more good approach shot.
Yeah, I feel like
Just
I
about
probably
seal
should
it.
be, Paul, a bit
Little
annoyed
over
about it.
80
Like,
yards here as he
I think
gets
there was like
set
life
for his
members there and
second.
things like that. Because obviously my kids are my oldest is only 4, turning 5. So I was there when I was 17, 18. So I had no kids, no affiliation. And I did, about, 10 to 12 years worth some as an assistant coach. We won a flag there, undefeated premiers and champions. A really good side, did interleague stuff.
It's
Coached,
not too
their
bad.
first
Good
under
shot.
16s premiership
Inside
in
20
extraordinary
feet, I would imagine,
circumstances.
so a good
Didn't get a
chance,
call
really,
up.
outside chance.
Like,
for birdie.
oh, okay. And how's this for a bit of a side story? So we coach them to the premiership in under 16s, and for a small amount of context, I was technically coaching under 15s that year, but there was another gentleman at a rival club who was at our club playing in our team, who left, went to a rival club, and spun a whole heap of bullshit to these other kids on my team, and pretty much took 8 to 10 of them across like some of the best players. Just promised them premierships, promised them this, promised them that. Took them all. So we were left with pretty much no team in the under 15s. And the under 16s, the age above us, they had like a team and a half. Oh, I won the tournament. A team and a half. So we ended up combining the 15s and 16s. So I had the bottom end of the 16s with whatever was left over from my guys playing in the under 16s, and we ended up winning the flag, which was really, really good. An extraordinary effort. And then at the end of the year, I get called in to go to the club like, just about next year, we've actually got a couple of other guys who are applying for the coaching gig for this team, and we think they're probably going to be better suited than what you might be, because they've got like experience with older, like coming back from a senior background and things like that. Like, hang on, we just won the flag and I'm getting shown the door. Coaching, what the fuck's going on here? Anyway. Mini rant over. Yeah, I'll definitely send a message, Robbo. Qualified for the Arnold Palmer Invitational, presented by MasterCard. Very good. Chapter top 75. I'll have one more little hit, then I'll call it a night. Start round. Yeah, Sharpie's kicking some good goals. I think he's doing something with the Adelaide Footy Club next week as well, which is cool.
EA Sports and the PGA
Yeah, very
Tour
rough, Grok.
proudly present the season-long race. For
Yeah,
the
the fact that they have the
Flag
audacity to call me and say, oh, we
Today
think
from
we're
the
going to go with these
Bay
other
Hill Club and
guys,
Lodge,
before
the
even applications were open. And I'm like, well,
Arnold Palmer Invitational.
without blowing
presented
smoke up
by
our ass,
MasterCard.
given we just won the
This is
flag for
gonna
the
be
first
a
time
compelling
at that
4
age level,
days
I would have
of golf.
thought
A lot of storylines to
I
follow
would have
as
thought I
we
was a
move
walk-up
through the
start
weekend
to
and take a
coach
look
that team if I
at the
wanted to.
leaderboard here in round
And like, oh,
one.
but, you know, we'd love you to do like coaching
We've currently
coordinator
got a
and
tie at the
try to
top
picture this other
at
shit.
5
Like,
under
yeah.
par.
And so, you
Meanwhile,
know,
our
I have to
featured
step
golfer
aside. I'm like,
in
whatever.
good form.
It is what it is. And then I'm doing shit all. So, should have stuck with me. And that was the last time I coached, which was a bit disappointing. But I'm sure I'll
tell
get
you
back
what,
into
that
it
swing
once
absolutely
Liam and Noah
perfect. And a good result as well.
are at the right age.
Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Nota Begay III.
Under
I
46
don't
yards left of the
like
hole,
having
in
bunkers
all the way on the right.
There. Have I got enough? I think I've got enough over it. Oh, shit, I made it too hard. Nah, on the green stuff. Very good.
Are you really going to take that seriously? That ball wasn't even going to land on the green, but it's finished up fine.
Good recovery
An
shots.
outside look here for birdie.
But yeah, I was going to go down to the footy oval today with the boys and have a kick. I was going to film a couple of trick shots or whatever, but it was just too bloody windy. Like, it was crazy. We ended up going to the local park in our estate.
Got
And
it there, but not quite on
I
target.
took a mini football with me. I could hardly kick it. It was blowing the ball out of my hand before I even had a chance to like drop it onto my foot. That's how windy it was. Like, I'm really keen to try and do some of those videos, but I just...
Here at first.
The weather's shit here in
He'll stay
Melbourne.
at
So
20
bad.
par.
Will the new NBA game be like all the other
Opening
games?
round here at beautiful
Robbo on
Orlando,
TikTok. Welcome, Bill, on
Florida,
TikTok as well.
home to EA
In
Sports. The game
what
here
sense do you mean,
enjoying right
Robbo?
now. It is
I mean, to be fair, they
also
haven't
home to
actually
the wonderful
announced
golf course, Bay Hill.
all the
Arnie's
game
tournament
modes
for
yet,
so
but like
many
I assume there's gonna
years.
there's gonna be
In a lot of ways.
my team. There'll
But now,
be
Frank, as we
the
start to
park and
move
all that kind
forward
of stuff.
in the tour calendar,
They have
we
introduced a
can't
thing
help but notice
called
the players
Mamba
coming up
Moments,
next
so
weekend.
they
For those who
you can
qualify
play
for
through
Masters a
different
little more than
moments
a
of
month
Kobe
before
Bryant's
the
career.
This is the time to
You know, and
really
you kind of
start getting
progress
your
as
game
he
in gear.
And
gets
hopefully
older.
you
I'm
don't
not
have to
sure
fight
what
it,
you
that's for
unlock or
sure.
what you
You're
get for
absolutely
it,
right, Rich. The
but it sounds
Florida
like a pretty
swing,
cool game
you've
mode
got the warm conditions,
to
Bermuda
yeah, to one of the
greens,
great man,
practice
Kobe.
facilities, you know, the wind keep you warm. You can practice 6
like I
hours a day if
was
you
saying
want
earlier,
to,
Robbo.
but that's the whole thing. Your game
I'd
has to
really
peak,
love it if they
and
had a
starts
game
to
mode
peak
where you could
right
play,
now if you want to make this
you know,
incredible run through
a full-blown
not just
season
the
against
Masters, the
NBA
players,
teams
but also that run
to
through
have your
the
mates
FedEx Cup.
play on the team with you. So it's kind of online, but you're playing against AI. You don't have to get rewards for anything, but it'd just be cool to go through multiple seasons having your mates all playing on the same team as you. But yeah, no one's really done anything like that yet. Because the new EA FIFA game or soccer game's coming out as well soon. That is a terrible shot.
That is right on the precipice of going down.
It would be very cool.
I do believe it's going to stay out.
I don't know why no one's done it, because
Again, it's a bogey.
it's just an extension of other
He'll drop back
online
to
play, I
one
reckon.
par.
Now at the par 4 third, Frank, this is a great golf hole.
Yeah, Grok, very
It certainly
stiff there,
is.
mate.
Remember,
Very
the brain
stiff.
doesn't register duds. So aim right. There's a bunker down there.
I
Keep
think they will. We
focusing
might
on
be
where you
having
want
a
it to go,
cheeky dip at Auskick
not
next
in the
year.
other direction.
So that will be interesting. Could have done it this year because he does technically qualify, but I think the block of 10 or 12 weeks that they play in will have either been halfway through or
And
just about to
starting push
finish.
this one a little left.
So I couldn't do it this year, but we'll have to try him
This is
next
getting
year.
close toward the water. But
Loves
it
all the
will
footy
be
though.
safe and dry
Like even
here
today,
at
we're
three.
going,
It's a
we're
good
walking
spot.
down to the park.
Second
We're
shot
walking
coming
past
up.
people's
Let's
houses,
bring
and he's
in
pointing at the
Iona
letterboxes.
Yeah,
He's like, look, that's Liam Baker as we walk past number 7,
and
and Tom Lynch as we walk past number 19. And I haven't put a hell of a lot of time into trying to brainwash him or convince him or do whatever. He just takes notice of what he sees when we're watching the game. So it's all over it. And there's even been days where he's like, oh, Dad, are we, we're playing Sydney tonight, aren't we? And like, I hadn't spoken to him about the football at all. I'm like, oh, yeah, we are. How do you know that we're playing Sydney tonight? So he's all in. Oh, yes. No, 1 inch.
That any good? Perfect.
That was tracking pretty well.
Just
too.
stomp
That
on the
could have
ground,
gone
it's
for
gonna
the
go
same
in.
price.
Oh, fuck, I nearly botched that. Haven't watched John Wick yet, no. No, I do need to though, Groff.
And he'll stay at 1 over. This is solid par 5 right
Oh,
here. The
corporate
fourth
box
hole
Kano
at
with Barmy, that's going to be
561
awesome.
yards, plus
That's
a
because it's
little
all
bit
up your
longer
neck of the
because
woods.
it is gently uphill.
That's so
Two
good.
shots, though.
How many
Another
people are in the
chance
corporate
for a
box
birdie.
with you? Make sure you ask them all the hard-hitting questions. It's a shame you can't meet the players, though. If we weren't having this third child, I would have been a solid chance to be coming up to Perth this weekend because
That one gonna
not only are the
split
Tigers
middle,
playing
maybe a
West
little
Coast,
rollout as well. That
but
is a
Tottenham are
good,
playing West
solid
Ham.
tee shot.
and it falls in the same week, so you can see the bloody Tottenham West Ham game, and then you got the Richmond game. It was probably my best opportunity. But no, enjoy the corporate box there, Kane. That's going to be real solid. Will you hit the drinks, do you reckon, or will you try and
Really hit that second
stay in
shot on
reasonable
the
shape
bucket
with
of this
Barmy
par
in your
five,
presence?
But Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly.
$1K likes. What was the 1K likes on, Robbo? Oh, fucking the rough here. Ugh. Don't get that hard. Oh, that is... Oh, some shot.
5 feet now for birdie.
Oh, 1K likes, really? What, on the live? Really? Get in.
Yeah, that's a well-played hole. It's a birdie here at 4.
Oh, Josh, we did, mate. We had a very cheeky chip before, off the green and in.
Fifth
I
hole at
clipped
Bay
it. It was a
Hill, Frank,
bloody
this
good
is a
shot.
chance to employ
Bloody
some
good shot.
force management as opposed to maybe brute strength. What do you think?
Yeah, rather soft par 4.
Oh, thank you,
no
Robbo.
water here,
Legend.
But, bunker down the left and bunker down the right. Pinches
Okay,
into that
likes.
corner. So if you're a little wayward, an iron here is not
That's
a
awesome.
bad
Thank you,
idea.
mate. Oh, good. Josh, need to apologise. I plan on going over the game. Yes. Are your plans going to be up that way, though, Grok? Oh, that's a big hit. Oh, get over there. Been a rough.
Once again, doesn't count as a fairway hit. We all know
You're getting
that.
white
First
gill-
cut, the ball's sitting
white
up.
gill
See
waste.
what can happen from here.
Now
You're-
this Iona from just off
We
the
we
fairway.
need a Kano cam in this
129
corporate box in
yards
case you
left
say or
to
do
flag
something
today.
that's going to be very
Pin on the
funny for us to
right-hand
look
side,
at
so plenty of room to the left
later
there.
on. That's good. That's going to be very good. And I suppose with all the food and drinks free, it's kind of, it'd be rude not to take advantage of it, would it? Wouldn't it? That's still the one thing I've not done, is a corporate box. And it bothers me because of where I work, we don't actually have a corporate box. And I've never understood how or why. Oh, get in. Jesus.
Lovely pitch shot. Just nipped that ball off the turf. Just flew through the air beautifully.
Why
Set
go
down
away?
fairly quick as well.
Oh, that's
Good
so
shot.
good. I'm looking forward to
That
seeing
one
some quality
finished
tweets
off.
from you then,
It's
Kane.
in for par, and he'll stay at level par.
On to the par 5 6th hole. This is one of the signature holes here at Bay Hill. Frank, what does it take to stay out of trouble on this hole?
Well, I always thought horseshoes were lucky. 6-hole shaped
Oh,
like a
the
horseshoe was
water.
anything other than that. You fear a little left
Oh, we should
and
be
big
okay.
problems.
How far do we try and push this, though? Is the question. That'll do, I think. Oh, awful thumbstick.
That challenged a big piece of that big lake, but it is well down this 6th fairway. What a gorgeous tee shot.
Oh, no, that's rubbish.
Good second
Not
shot.
the
That last
worst.
bounce, a little unlucky, but still that third shot sits up
Does anyone have
rather
a
nicely
coin
into this
on
par
TikTok
five.
I can join? Which team, Robbo? What do you need a coin for? A coin to join the team. Some people are saying not to bring Jack Rewalt to Perth. Who else is going to play there? We kind of have no choice. I mean, it's so hard because he's not had a
Okay,
great
that's
couple of
acceptable
games,
there.
but
11 feet
we're
away.
still winning. Like he's essentially playing a massive decoy role, and that's why it was so disappointing that bloody Bow went down in the first 70 seconds or whatever. He was looking all right too. I'm not saying that he will play
That would have been a
second
good
key
birdie,
forward, but
not to be.
he just would have been another option down there given his recent form in the foreline was pretty good.
Safely in for par here at the 6th. And he'll
G'day
remain
Taha, welcome
Where he is.
on TikTok. Oh, see, I've not looked into any of that stuff, Robbo. I've not looked into any of it. I'll have to do some research for you, mate, so I can work out what's needed to do.
You've got to hit the ball flat.
Yeah, no worries, Robbo. Thank you for dropping by, mate. Much
Guaranteed
appreciated.
carry of that over that right bunker.
What day is today?
Still a
Saturday.
daunting tee shot.
I would say the next live stream will probably be Monday night, I reckon. So yeah, we'll probably won't do anything tomorrow night, but we'll do Monday after the podcast for sure. So yeah, appreciate. Oh fuck, that's a bad shot. Appreciate the chat on TikTok. Thank you, mate.
And that's going to be too strong.
If you see any of the
He's
videos
actually
on
one of the
TikTok
two
and
back bumpers
YouTube and
around
things
the
like that, get
7th
around
green.
them. I put one up today of a it's a game you can play on a website, Warple, and you've got to try and guess the AFL player with like minimal clues. So you can check that one out, guys, if you want as well. I got very, very lucky. Not gonna lie,
Okay, well,
very
that
lucky.
is on the green, but apparently just too difficult to get enough loft on it. Out
Oh,
of the
Grok got
bunker.
hammered at a work
That
function.
winds
Was
up
it the
well beyond
Brookvale
the hole.
Unions? Get on the Brookvales. Oh, good putt.
No,
Get in.
Nothing routine about that.
Back to even.
Well done to roll it in for par. And he'll stay.
Yeah, that's it,
right
Kano. He takes
where
two
is.
defenders still.
We now
And,
arrive at the
yeah, he's not doing
demanding
anything
par
wrong.
four
He's actually
eight,
playing a
measuring
very, very
460
unselfish role.
yards. Fairway bunkers on the
It
left.
just worries me that we
Ton
don't
guarding the
have
green.
like a genuine forward kick that we're kicking at the moment, and even like for bailout kicks down the line and things like that, we're having to like play a little bit of a different game to everyone else because we don't have that kick, that bailout player.
This one's starting a little bit right.
And that's why I find it I think we're going to find it really difficult to end up making finals.
Beautiful tempo
Like, we have to
of
beat
that
West
swing.
Coast this
gonna
week.
wind up squarely
That
in
game
the fairway.
still honestly worries me.
Frank,
And
as we
I
look
did look at
approach
the
shot here
odds,
at the eighth, no doubt. A player
kind of
would be
like what
happy
we
to
had
walk out of here
last
with
year
par.
versus,
No doubt about that at all.
versus
Really, you want to judge
the
your second
Kangas,
shot
so
of
we
land
lost that
somewhere
game.
in the middle of the screen. Don't really want to be messing with the front.
Oh,
If you have a look, you'll
please.
see why.
That's going to need to go.
No, that's... I'll actually
Well,
take that.
had
Sitting
a
in the
good
rough,
look
I'll
at the
take
green,
that.
but couldn't cash it in.
Thank you for the
In
like,
rough
Kobe.
now,
Much appreciated.
wondering what might have been.
No, I appreciate the love on TikTok. Hope everyone's doing well. Brookvale ginger beer, $5 schooners. I still haven't tried that one actually, mate. The Brookvale ginger beer. Oh, hello. Oh, not too bad. I reckon I've still got my $25 remaining Dan Murphy's voucher that I might have to find a cheeky lemon lime bitters Brookvale or the ginger beer
Okay,
one.
that in for par here
Get
at
some
the
into you.
eighth. And he'll remain.
Raged at Warzone. So switching to F1. What happened in Warzone, Josh? Let us know what happens. Lim, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Much appreciated. Welcome to the chats.
What works best here?
Well, ideally, a nice little draw off the tee.
Yeah, very. Yeah, I know I sent you a message earlier
The tee
or the other
shot
day,
shows to the
Grok, but yeah,
left, and yet the green goes the other way.
horrible news. And you know we're here for you, mate, in whatever capacity required. Sweat o'clock. Were you playing solos or in a squad there, Josh? This is why I can't get into Warzone because I don't hardly play it at all. If I play Warzone or even the normal modes, I'm already that far behind everyone else who's been playing it for ages that I just get sweated on constantly. Oh, I missed the bloody
That tee shot just
fairway.
finds the first cut. Ball does sit up there. Not too much of a problem.
So I end up just getting super frustrated with it, like you obviously just have, and just lash out. That's why I think I would rather play like the normal modes, like your team deathmatch and shit like that, because at least you kind of got a little bit of a chance, and if you die, you kind of just get respawning. And that's a great recovery shot from the rough there.
That's an outstanding shot.
You can
right
keep
there.
just,
and it sets up
you
for
know,
a
you
really
respawn,
good
go
birdie.
again.
Around 6
Whereas,
feet
yeah, the
here,
Warzone,
birdie.
I know you get the gulag or whatever, but it sucks because I'd love to be able to get into it, but I'm just not very good at shooting games, like high-paced ones
Here at the ninth,
like that.
and this will be a 1 under front side as he goes out in 35.
Need to play this. There's no duos this week on my favourite map. Had to play
10th hole here
quads.
at Bay
Oh,
Hill's
what, do they
not
rotate it
overly
each
long,
week?
just 400 yards,
interesting.
but the emphasis is on
Yeah, you're right, and you are right if you
play
play the same people over and over, because the same kind of thing happened when we played Fortnite a few years ago. We had the same four that were on pretty much most nights, and again, I'm not the greatest. I was terrible at build. What was still am terrible at building. One of the guys was really good at it, but combined, because we played together for like so many nights in a row. Oh fuck, that's a bad shot. We would definitely win our fair share of games each night. We'd win, 2 or 3 games a night because we had a good understanding of how each other played and where to go and what to do. And I'm sure, yeah, the same thing probably applies for Warzone, no doubt. This is a bad first shot. Not a bad second shot, though. Take that.
Now, that's actually a pretty good shot, really. I know that's not exactly close to the
Ooh,
hole, but out of
ugly
the fairway
putt.
bunker, safely on deck.
Ugly putt.
Get up. Get there.
Ooh,
Oh.
close.
Oh, that nearly went in. That's a touch of class right there. Very good effort.
Very good effort.
So that in for par to start this backside. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under.
par 4 here, the 11th. It's just under 440 yards. This time, there's water looming left and then bunkers on the right-hand side. It's a pretty good challenge, Frank.
This hole's very similar to the third hole.
Is there F1s on this weekend?
Bunkers down the right side.
Josh?
Just got to keep it a little left. You don't have to hit driver here.
I'm still having massive issues with trying to get Chromecast working on our bedroom TV. Because like the F1's usually on at about 11 or 12 at night here. So I'm typically not going to be out in the lounge room watching. But like we've got a small little Kogan TV mounted in the bedroom, and it's got Chromecast built into it. And for ages it worked. Like you could just
about perfect.
you go on your Foxtel app and pick whatever you want to watch, and it pops up straight away, or Disney, or whatever it might be.
To get you to the front of the
But
screen,
for the
but
last
it's 138 yards you'll need
for the
to
last
get
few
all the way to the
months,
hole. And that wind, it's coming from
it just
right to
doesn't pick
left,
up the
so you might need to
Chromecast
stop
at
a
all.
little
Like
bit
usually
to
you
the
would just
right-hand
click on the
side.
little icon thing, click on the show, and then bang, it would pop up on there. But now, it's like the TV doesn't even know it's got Chromecast anymore. I've tried updating it, I've tried resetting it, I've tried all kinds of shit, and I cannot get it to work. And it's bloody annoying because I'd love to be able to just lay back in bed and pop the F1s on at times. Oh, the Great Britain one. Okay. Max will just do his thing. Oh, I've absolutely botched that one. Qualified over race tomorrow. Okay.
Couldn't get there.
Actually, I was thinking because we've actually got like the actual Chromecast dongle for the lounge room TV, but we mainly had that because up until not long ago, like Disney, Netflix, all that kind of shit
And that's going to move him back
were
down
sort of
to
standalone
even
apps, I
par.
suppose. But now they're all actually on the Foxtel menu. We probably don't actually need that dongle out there, so I might even take that into the bedroom and see if I can plug it in that way, so I can at least try and watch some of the F1s. And I'd even probably go as far as saying I'd watch the Ashes a little bit too, if I was able to. Oh, a bit of wind behind us here. 12-mile-an-hour wind, we should get some serious distance.
Right, in the fairway.
That's rolled a bit. Oh, 341. Bang. Very good. Oh. I reckon we'll go the 3-iron, but we'll add a bit of power. And see how we go here. Oh, fuck, I've sliced that, though. Ooh, no, that's not good. Bunk up. Damn.
Two solid shots at the par 5 and found the green
Got a bit
side
optimistic
bunker.
there.
Lie looks good. Now, just needed a good bunker shot.
Oh, Jesus, nearly bounced in. My goodness.
All right, not exactly what you're hoping for, but safely on the putting surface with birdie still in play.
Raining at the Ashes, so it might become wet qualifying. Oh, wow, wet qualifying. That makes things interesting, Paul. Like, not that you want to wish things like that, I suppose, but it can get boring, can't it, though, when it comes to actual race day and Max is, like, 20 seconds ahead of second place. And good on him, like, full credit to him, he's an amazing driver.
And it's par here at
But
12.
from a spectacle point of view,
He'll stay right where
like
he
you
is.
end up just watching all the mid-table battles for position.
At the par 4
There's never
13th
really
now,
any
Frank
question on who's going to win the race. It's
Really
always done
avoid
and
those three
dusted.
bunkers, Rich. You
So
don't
maybe
want to
the,
feel a bunker shot over water for your second shot.
Frank,
maybe
this is an
a wet
interesting
qualifying
hole.
and a wet
Par 4 13th,
potential wet
and it
race might
isn't
change things a little bit.
necessarily a driver off the tee. What are the options?
Yeah, you break it down.
It's just amazing that no one can keep up with them.
There's nothing wrong with playing the hole that way. You get a little over ambitious here and run out of fairway.
no.
That second shot over water. Whoa. And that tee shot finds the first cut.
He's like, you know, for so long it was
That
always
second
Lewis
shot
versus
shouldn't be too much
Max.
of a problem.
And it was fascinating. But yeah, then everyone just kind of fell away. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Good stones. Definitely rains. The predicted grid will be out or always good to shake things up. Yeah, I agree. It's good to shake things up.
and the computer dials this one up at 26
Someone, I
feet.
saw someone post on TikTok the other day, like they were at the last race, and they're like, here's a real-time look at the lead that Max has over other cars. And like, even if you're there,
That's going to wander off
there's
to the
just
right,
no action
maybe 2,
up the
3 feet
front.
coming back.
he's just that much quicker than everyone else. What does everyone reckon of Ryan Reynolds
Okay, that one finished off.
getting
It is
involved? I
a
think it was
bogey here at
Alpine. I think he's getting
unlucky
involved in
number
putting money in
13.
behind them as part owners
He's gonna
or
fall back
whatever they're
now
doing.
to 1 over par.
They've obviously got Wrexham up to the next. They got
Well, as they
promoted
say
in the
on
soccer,
tour,
and
Bay
they're
Hill
taking
has
on
a
the
good
F1s.
set of par threes.
Feels like
There's
with the
the
F1s though,
14, it's
I don't want to say
250
wasting money because you've obviously
yards. There are those
got quite a bit of
bunkers
it.
left and long.
But I
Stay out
reckon
of those
that your
and
chances of
you got a
recouping
good
money
chance to put
or
3 down on the card.
make or gaining any kind of money on F1s is far slimmer than it is with his soccer venture with Wrexham. That is a shocking shot. Yeah, Red Bull and Ferrari,
Not make a
yeah,
good
that's right,
swing
are just
coming off
battling out at the
face,
top,
and that'll
aren't
be
they?
trouble over there.
But like, we're almost relying on safety cars and things like that to give everyone half a chance to actually catch up and try and catch him. Oh, what a shot! Get in!
Oh, missed the green at the par
Great
3.
chip in
No
there.
problem. That is in from off the putting surface for an unlikely 2.
How good was that?
Well, this is one of those holes at Bay Hill where you have to sort of thread the needle. It's more about accuracy than it is about power.
But with that, do you reckon it brings in money
429
for
yards of
all
dogleg
teams
to
or
right.
only the good
Absolutely have to
teams?
put the ball
Like, it's
down
probably
off the
more.
tee.
Yeah, because they're not the greatest of team, are they? Only Mercedes, it was like 540 mil. Fuck, it's scary how much money they get. I've not cleared the bunker.
Yeah, tried to cut the corner there, but it's not going to work. That is into the fairway bunker here at 15.
It wants me to hit over the
Be
tree.
careful not to take much, if any, sand here. His second to this par 4.
Oh, fuck, we're going for glory here. Oh, no. Oh, too far. That's not too bad. I mean, it's not great.
It's not very good at all. That could cost him.
Hey, Sharpie's in the house. How are you, mate? What's
2020,
going
just
on?
wish you took the shorter club now.
Hope you're doing well, buddy. You've got to spill the beans with what's happening with this Crows thing. That is bloody exciting. How much money, Josh, do you reckon they got to chip in, though? I mean, yeah. It probably stands to reason that Ryan Reynolds and his crew have got some pretty good and sound knowledge about
Yeah, good putt. That's in
what they're
for par
investing and
here
what
at
needs to
15.
happen to get a return on it. They're not dumbasses. They wouldn't be chipping in money to something they weren't going to get return on, I guess.
Well,
But
we've
it's,
seen it through the years. This 16th hole at 500.
Well, they put it this way, Williams is worth 200 million and Mercedes 540.
Eagle is
4
absolutely
mil a
in
month
play.
salary. Imagine
But so
that.
too is 7.
Is that
or
Toto or
worse.
is that the person above Toto? That's crazy. And that's why there's so much, I suppose, variation in the teams, isn't there? When you look at all the values. I suppose that's why there's always the constant challenge
That will be more than
on trying to
adequate
make it
here.
as even a
Safely
playing
into the
field as
fairway.
possible. Because like, you would love to see, like you'd love to see someone like Verstappen drive a Williams car that's like all set up to how he likes it set up. If there's, you know, certain brake stuff or whatever, but just to see how much of it is the skill of the driver versus the car. And no question at all that Verstappen's a skilled driver, like he's a gun. But yeah, I'd love to see how he would go in a car that was not Red Bull.
Safely aboard here at the 16th at Bay Hill.
Exactly, Rich. Not an overly long par 5, very scoreable, and that's what we expect.
Because it's just like, how do they get so much of a lead all the time? Like, why can no one catch them? Oh, go. Oh,
Yes, that was tracking the whole way.
very good putt.
That was, it's down
From
for
distance, long range, sinks it.
Frank, deep into
The
a
rest
round,
goes to
par
the
three,
team.
17,
Jeez.
water, bunkers, long shot. What are you thinking as you're stepping on this tee?
You just take 3 and move to 8.
That's big money, isn't it?
Always like this par 3, Frank.
It makes
Par
sense,
3,
though, because-
17. Let me amend that. I like
I mean, what
watching
is it?
the
There's-
best in the world play it.
is it
because
20
can be
drivers, 22
daunting,
drivers,
especially
whatever it
with
might be?
pressure, ratchet it up.
When they have the tournament this
Globally,
green
so
is
you've got to,
brick hard.
you've got to be
It's a
the
little bit
absolute
downhill.
best
That's about
in
the
your
only
field
advantage you get.
to get a seat. So it's pretty high stakes, I suppose, isn't it?
You'd think
Do we
he'd get
reckon
bunker
Daniel
shots. He's
Ricciardo
doing it
makes a
so
comeback?
many today.
Might want to take a shovel with him.
Nah, too wide.
Line may have
Max is
been
like
a
60
bit
on-
more sunken in than
Max
he
is
had
only
thought,
like
but all in all,
60% behind
not
the
a bad
winning.
shot out of the bunker.
Rest is the car. You reckon? You reckon it's that much? 60% driver, 40% car? But apparently he even goes really well on
For par here at 17.
like simulator
2 under.
cars as well, which shouldn't really be a surprise, I
Now, one of the
suppose.
signature holes here at Bay Hill. It's the 18th, scene of quite a bit of history through the years.
Oh, you're back in
If you
Melbourne,
hit a
Josh.
shot
Good
around
luck.
300 yards, it's going to give you about
A couple of
150
real
in,
shit
so
turns there.
That's the goal here. The tee shot.
Yeah,
wide
Kano.
fairway, but
I think
once
I
again,
think we'll be getting it
second
on
shot.
PlayStation 5. I'm just not sure which version to go with. I reckon it's going to end up being the middle one, the Mamba edition, only because I won't use the season pass. So there's no point in getting the 25th edition. But the only thing I might weigh up, because Mitch in chat had a good point before, is it
So,
potentially
Iona,
better
this
to buy the
is
base
second
version
from
of the
the
game
fairway.
and then buy the extra VC?
Got
Because VC is maybe
118
not as
yards to the
expensive
front
as
of this green.
the
126
FIFA coins
to fly
are.
all the way to the hole.
Yeah,
And
or
the
do you
pin,
just get
it's
it?
in the front
Because you
portion
get, I
of the
suppose,
green.
extra packs and shit as well, so it might be worth it. What are you doing? Are you going to get it?
Miss hit, wrong
But
club.
I
What happened
do
there,
want to
Frank?
see what
All the
modes are
above,
coming
maybe.
first
It's, a
before
little bit of a
buying
head
it.
scratcher. Wasn't
Because
that
if not
hard a
much has
shot.
changed, we may not get it. It just probably depends a little bit on what the EA soccer game's doing, if that's any different or not.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
So what, I think it comes out the 8th of
Good
September, I
putt.
think it is.
Able to save par here at 18.
You're going to play it more than a week.
That will
I know,
make this
I know.
A 2-under opening
That's the
round
million-dollar
of
question,
7.
isn't it?
Our featured golfer in a good position, you'd have to say.
Yeah, like I said,
Just
it'll
shots off the
honestly
pace
largely
after
come down
round
to
one.
what game
Just gotta
modes
keep
that
the
they've got
leaders in check, though,
versus
to get,
what
further
modes that the
away.
EA soccer game
So that'll
has,
do it
and then
for my partner
what other
here in the
games are out
town.
at the same time. Like if there's a new Ubisoft Division type game out as well, yeah, who knows? It's a good question you raise though, because yeah, we end up buying it and hardly playing it. Because well, the reason why we bought it though is because of the triple threat offline you could play with your mates. So it was hyped up really good, but then it didn't kind of live up to the expectation of what we thought it was going to be, which was the annoying part. So, but hopefully more news comes out of that game shortly, so we can see what modes we've got going. But yeah, we'll see how we go though. All right, well, that is probably going to be it for me tonight, I think, because it's 12:06. So I'll definitely need to get some sleep. I just drag my icons across. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Very much appreciate the support. Appreciate the TikTokers as well, tuning in as well. Hopefully it's streamed okay and it wasn't too jittery. Hopefully it went well. Full sweat. Good luck, Josh. Good luck. Hopefully you win the Aussie race. Get some points on the board. Let us know how you go. Drop some results in the Discord. But yeah, probably won't be on tomorrow. Probably be on Monday. But there should be a video dropping today. I think the last quarter of the Fremantle game in the Pink Panther custom team that we played the other day, where we were 14 points down. So make sure you get around that. I posted a video on YouTube with the NBA 2K stuff with the different types of additions they've got on offer. And there was something else I posted on YouTube. But yeah, if you see them all on whatever platform, give them a like, give them a share, help us out with the algorithm. It'd be awesome. You're all a bunch of legends. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Paul, thank you again on TikTok, mate. Much appreciated. Thank you for your love and support, everybody. And I will see you all on Monday night.